Hi guys. Am I live? I think it's working. It says it's working. Hi. So I decided to go live because I just didn't feel, after putting up the little short video I did last night, which, by the way, I totally misspoke about the videos about sociopathy and psychopathy. So if you expected that and didn't see the correction in the description box, I corrected myself. I did one video talking about both. I didn't do an individual video on each, but I linked the video and I linked Shane's videos. So you got the right ones, but look out for that correction if you did not see it. I did have a different Mental Monday filmed for yesterday. I just was really in the mode of thinking about the Shane Dawson videos. So that made me want to do that. And then I thought, oh, I'll put up the one I had originally had planned for today. And I don't know. It just didn't feel right. So yeah, I decided to do a live because the internet's been actually cooperating for them lately, which is weird. It never does that. And if you are like, if you've been watching my channel for a while, if you're like an OG subscriber, you know I have had issues with the internet cooperating for live streaming. So it's a miracle. But I did also want to say, I've been working on, I'm going to sit down. I've been working on planning the next 3 or 4 weeks of Turner Syndrome videos. And I put a poll up on my Brooke TV Facebook page. So if you're not on there, the link is in the description. And asked what you guys would want to see. And I asked between Turner Syndrome in the workplace. What was the other one? Turner Syndrome in school, I believe. Let me make sure. Hi. Yes, Max is with us. Send any questions you guys have at all, because I have time to answer them. I did not have a specific plan tonight, except maybe planning the TS videos a little bit with your guys' suggestions. So let me see. I think those were the options I put. Turner Syndrome in the workplace or Turner Syndrome in school. Yeah. So that poll is still up if you're on the Facebook page. If you're not, you can get on the Facebook page. Yeah. So let me know your ideas for Turner Syndrome videos, because I'm always looking for new things. And I have to say, Turner Syndrome related completely. So I've admitted how bad I am about taking my meds. Like, I feel like I've been really, really open with you guys about that. I hate being dependent on them. And so it's really hard for me to get motivated to make sure that, yeah, to make sure I have them and to make sure I'm taking them. And I had not upped my prescription as quickly as I should have. So I had to skip some time. And I'm adjusting to having my OB, my OBGYN, my gynecologist take care of my meds instead of my endo, because the whole story about me switching meds, that was with my gynecologist is the one that switched it instead, not my endo. And at first she was like wanting to see me before she re-upped it. And so then that was complicated, but I have it coming and I'm picking it up on Thursday. So I need to get good, guys. I need one of those pill cases. And I talk to my friend about this all the time. I need to get one and I need to organize my stuff. I just haven't, but I need to. And I probably need to do that for DC because, yeah, I need to make sure I'm organized for. Oh, you're in California visiting family and doing Taco Tuesday and karaoke. Fun. I love karaoke and tacos. That's a very good combination. I'm glad you're having a blast. Where in California? Maybe don't say exactly where, but are you in northern or southern California? Do you have any tips on scary tests or surgeries? Ooh, okay. So for me, because I've experienced a few of them, like they wanted me to do another cardiac MRI. And I was pretty confident going into that, except then the way some of the doctors were talking weren't being as clear. Like, not they were acting concerned about something, but that they were questioning something, like, oh, can you see this part, or is this, like, do you need to do it again or do more to see this more clearly? But it wasn't straight said like that, so it kind of made some questions arise, and I'm like, are you seeing something? Like, is something actually there this time? What's going on? Why are you reacting that way? And so it was very much like, I was nervous because I don't do well with MRIs. That was my second time having a cardiac MRI, and I don't like them. I don't handle the cardiac MRI machine. Well, the MRI machine, not just cardiac, it does all the MRIs. I don't handle the MRI machine well. The closeness, the loudness, I just don't do it well. So I had to breathe. I had to breathe really well. I personally, I prayed. I prayed that it would go smoothly, that nothing would delay it or make it go crazy. You have an awesome night as well. And I prayed to kind of have God help me stay calm through it, and for it to go quickly, for it to be over as fast as it could. So breathing, if this is something that you find helpful, prayer. I think you also have to know yourself as far as how much detail is too much detail. Like for me, there's a certain level of knowing that's good and helpful with as far as like anxiety. And then there's going too far where my brain's just constantly going and it doesn't help. So if knowing what to expect would help, ask any questions you have. Don't be scared to ask questions. Don't be scared to express being nervous at all. Yeah, I think be your best advocate and really try to help others understand where you're at with it, so that then maybe they can help come alongside you and give you encouragement and some information that might help, especially if you tell your doctor, like, hey, I'm really nervous about this. Maybe they might know some things that they can give you to read that might give you some more information and help you feel better about it, or just kind of know more of what to expect. I hope that helped. I don't know exactly specifically what you might be thinking of, but that should be pretty applicable. A VCUG. I don't know what that is, but I can definitely relate with feeling uncomfortable and just wanting it to be over with. And I'm somebody that I just like steel myself and just like grit my teeth and get it over with because I want it done. So I'm just done. And yeah, so I totally understand. And let me know if that helps. I hope it does. So I want to kind of get some ideas for you guys, from you guys, for what you might like to see. I know I talked about in the last time I live streamed, I think it was the last time, like wanting to bring daily vlogging back. And I feel like with the season we're in right now, Obviously in DC, this isn't going to be the case, and I'm not going to do that. I'm going to daily vlog in DC. I'm still deciding. Let me know what you guys think about this. I might just only do the DC videos while we're in DC, not do a Mental Monday, not do a Turner Syndrome video, not do a Friday Natural video, just do the DC videos so they're real time, and then start all of the other stuff when we get back. And try to have some stuff pre-filmed to help that be successful in that transition. But outside of that, outside of a special circumstance like that, what would you guys think about 1 or 2 kind of weekly vlogs? Either that or like the first half of the week or the second half of the week. And kind of little bits of the first 2 or 3 days of the week, or the whole week, if that's what I can manage and that's what makes sense. With how busy things have been right now, that seems like it would be easier. That seems like it would be more consistent, better way of doing a daily style vlog, instead of like trying to do one video for one day, one video for the next day. But let me know what you guys think. I just think that might end up being more consistent. Things are kind of changing because things here are slowing down a bit, and that could help with it not being as busy. But I don't know. These next few months are going to be very, very interesting because we have a lot coming up. There's a couple weekends where camp is crazy busy and we're like gonna have no time for anything. But there's also a few major things happening. There's also the holidays coming. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. And like I said, leave any thoughts, comments in the comments below. I think I'm gonna create a calendar on Google instead of trying to do my planner for right now. I love my planner. I want to do my planner. I want to make it pretty. But Google Calendar might be the quicker, efficient way. What style of planning do you guys do? Do you use a paper planner? Or do you do like Google Calendar or iCalendar? What do you guys use? Let me know. If you used to watch my planning videos, you know I love planning in a paper planner. But that hasn't been happening because I've been way too busy. And things have kind of been inconsistent. Like my schedule has changed every week for work and stuff like that. So, yeah. Andrew's at fire training. So that's why I had some time. Unfortunately, he's not here. It's always fun when he's on with me. But say hi if you're here and ask any questions you have. Might hang out for a few more minutes. I know it's probably getting late where some of you are because it's almost 8 o'clock here. But yeah, I hope everybody's having a good night. I just wanted to say hi and kind of share what's been going on. So, hi. Thank you. That's a good question. Would you guys like to see me do a regularly scheduled live stream? I'm glad you liked the live videos. They've been super fun. Oh, it's 10:45? Not too bad. Are you on the East Coast? That sounds like East Coast time. It's funny, the internet's cooperated more lately for live streams. I don't know if anything has actually changed with our internet, but the internet has cooperated more. So, yeah. Ooh, Battle Creek, Michigan. That just sounds epic. That's a great town name. Battle Creek. That's really cool. I feel like the East Coast has all of the history. Hence, we're going to Washington, D.C. I'm so excited, you guys. I feel like it's gone so quickly and we're so close to the trip now. It's only going to be a couple weeks before we have to get ready to go. So crazy, but I'm excited. I ordered my graduation stuff. Oh my gosh, that's surreal. I ordered my degree like I showed you guys, but it hasn't come yet. I haven't even gotten a notification that it shipped. So I know there's some element of processing time for them to like approve it and stuff like that. But yeah, so I'm so excited. I can't wait for it. Yeah, and my nephew turned 7 yesterday. I can't believe he's 7. That makes me feel so old. But he's, oh my gosh, I might be only a little biased, but he's such a cutie. He's really funny. Me and him were playing with the filters on Facebook video call. It's really fun. Anyways, now I'm rambling. If you guys have questions, you can direct my speech. I'm a mess, you guys. I need to see, okay. You guys are going to do this with me. We're going to pull up Google Calendar. We're going to do a little planning. Does that sound okay? Live planning on Google Calendar? Let's do it. And the nice part is now that I have the Google Pixel, it'll sync to my phone. My niece just turned 10 and I will be 20 next month. Oh my goodness. See, my oldest nephew, I was 15 when he was born. So he's 13. He just turned 13. And, oh, thank you, Carrie. And I'm so glad you liked the video. I'm so delayed on comments too. But everybody was so great about the video. I'm so glad you guys liked it. And Carrie, I loved your part. It was so great. Yeah, I will be 30 when he turns 15, and that just makes me feel so old. And I don't know how enough time has passed that he could be the same age I was when he was born. It's just surreal. Oh gosh, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do a little planning. We're gonna do, I'm in Google Calendar right now. I don't know how to share my screen with you guys without cutting me out of it and just doing my screen. I don't know if or how you can do any of that. It's already getting cold here. Yeah, it's starting to get cold here too. Finally, it's starting to act like fall, but California takes forever. I feel old, but thank you. Okay, we're gonna create an event. We're gonna add Washington D.C. into Google Calendar. I'm putting graduation with a bunch of exclamation marks. But that's fine. So, does anybody, what do you guys use to plan? Like, give me any tips on Google Calendar or just an electronic calendar if that's what you use. I still love watching Lily. I wish I was as young as her again. I love Lily. I love watching Lily so much. I think Vanessa has done a really cool job of documenting things, but also somewhat keeping it to where Lily still has some privacy. I think she's done an excellent job with that. And then, you know, Lily can look back on all of this. Lily can decide who or if she shares it. And I think that's awesome. I think that's like super important. So I love how Vanessa has done it. I am in Wisconsin. I cannot believe it is supposed to be 80 tomorrow. Oh, I don't know what it's supposed to be here tomorrow, but I know it's finally cooling down and supposed to rain. I wish it would just start raining already. I think it's easier to paper plan than electronic plan. Yeah, I feel like that too, because I feel like I could quickly write stuff down. But I also, like, I can set reminders in my phone and have it remind me. Whereas a paper planner, for certain things, I could use the reminder instead of having to remember to go check it or look at it. Yeah, just paper planning has only ever worked for me to be consistent with when I am not super busy outside of it. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. When I do have the time to actually have brain capacity to remember to look at it, because I love doing it. And it's not hard work doing it. In fact, I think inputting all of this into Google Calendar will be more time consuming than writing it down in my paper planner. But yeah, I don't know. I've been wanting to get back into my planner. I can't talk. Back into my planner. But I just have not done it. I also love watching Lily on, yes, if you're watching and you don't know who Lily or Vanessa are, they are the YouTube channel 2011 Teenage Mom. She found out she was pregnant. I think she was 16 or 17. And then they found out that the baby girl she was pregnant with, Lily, had Turner syndrome. And she documented the pregnancy, finding out about TS. And then when Lily was born, you can go back and watch all of those videos. And she's documented like Lily's school stuff and surgeries, and she's documented it really well. So it's really cool to see another story of it. I use my calendar on my iPhone. Yeah. I do that for really big things I need to remind myself of, because then I don't leave it in my hands to try to remember it. So, do you miss David in the vlogs? I do, because Lily is a big daddy's girl. I cried when she did that video of David coming back and surprised Lily. Oh my gosh, I cried at that video too. That was an incredible video. I do miss David in the vlogs. I think him and Vanessa are really cute together. They're a really cute team and they work really well. And I think you can tell that it's hard on Vanessa. You can tell she misses him really constantly. And you can tell it's hard on her. And yeah, I can't even imagine. How old was your mom when she had you? She was 29 when she had me. And she had me just shy of her 30th birthday. So I was born in February. She turned 30 in June. And yeah, she also says I stole her blonde, because my brothers, she had all three of my brothers. Her blonde stayed. I'm blonde. Her hair starts going dark. So yeah. She was 29, like 29 and a half. And her and my dad are only 3 months apart, so he was the same age. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm only 2 years younger than she was. That's crazy. Oh man, now I feel really old. This isn't helping, guys. I don't know how Vanessa and David are apart for so long, with David being in the military. Yeah. I couldn't do it. I'd go crazy. You guys know me. I could not be alone like that for that much. And I wouldn't be able to. I mean, if it came down to it, I would obviously do it. I just know it would be really, really, really super hard on me. And you can tell it is, but you can also tell she's very much like done her due diligence with adjusting and trying really hard and just being super understanding and willing to work at it. And I mean, that's what it takes if you're going to be in that scenario. That's not a scenario for the faint of heart. That is work. Oh my gosh, that's work. So yeah, I don't either. I would go insane if Andrew was gone that much. Do you have any hobbies? I have a few different hobbies. I mean, well, I love making videos and I love kind of thinking about what to do, being creative in that way. I love my oils. You guys know that. And we've been working on the 3D printing stuff. We have some really cool things we're looking into too. So that's exciting. And both of those are kind of a hobby at this point. 3D printing's brought a little bit of money in, but nothing that's like an income supplement or anything. It's not something we count towards like paying bills with at all at this point. So Max, yeah, I think he needs to go outside. So I'm gonna stand up and let him out front for a second. I'll be right back. I take you guys with me, but it's on my laptop, so it would not work as well. I'll just be really quick. Ugh. Excuse the couch. Okay, come on, Max. Go on. Go on. I know. I know if you can see me back here. Yeah, you can. Hi! I'm getting him his treat. Okay, I'm back. Yay! Okay. He's so, like, spoiled. He knows he gets a treat if he goes out to go to the bathroom. And he, so many times, he's just gone out and pretended to go to get a treat because he thinks he can fool me when he didn't actually do anything to deserve the treat. He's funny. But, okay. Hi. Hi. So funny. Sierra, what are your hobbies? Anybody can share their hobbies. What is everybody's hobbies? I would love to hear some. Okay, I'm adding. I am adding the DC trip. Okay, let's see how it popped up. He's so funny. I put the DC trip in. Trying to see a bigger view of it. So that's another thing that, here we go. Monthly view. Yay! See, this is the view I need to be productive, I think. Just plan it all out a month at a time. I have planned the week set as a reminder. I have Film the Mental Monday set as a reminder in hopes that that would get me to do those things. But I don't think I have it dialed in correctly yet because I think I have them put at a horrible time to try to get that done, which sucks and doesn't work. But yeah. Just putting a bunch of different stuff in at this point as a reminder. Okay. Anyways. You only have Max and the bird, right? I thought you had a cat. We do have a cat. He's just not here right now. I don't know. He might be outside still. As far as hobbies, not too many, but I like spending time with my fur babies, my kitty, and taking my dog for walks. Kitty is on my lap right now. I love cuddling with my animals. I even love, me and Alan will play peekaboo. He really loves peekaboo. And that is like walking for Max because I need to walk Max as much as I can. And Alan gets his energy out by playing games. He's a bare-eyed cockatoo, and he's a cockatoo, which means he's like high-strung and has lots of energy and needs like outlets for it. So who does that sound like, Max? Yeah. Who does that sound like? We pretty much say that Alan is the bird version of Max. I have a dog, Bella, and a Siamese kitty, Lily. Oh, my cat, Sassy, was half Siamese, half... I can never remember the other name. It starts with a B. She was half Siamese. I loved her so much. Okay. Trying to make some... Trying to figure out what to put. So... Trying to figure out how to work my Google Calendar. Maybe I need to YouTube it. I've been doing that a lot again lately. Just searching stuff on YouTube to help. My sister used to have an African gray parrot. Yeah, I've heard African grays. Well, African grays are bigger. And a normal cockatoo is bigger than Alan is. Alan is not a normal cockatoo. He's bare-eyed cockatoos are smaller. Incredibly, because he feels like such a big bird to me, but we were going from Norbert, who is a parakeet and tiny, to a parrot. So it's a pretty big jump. Ever since having birds too, I've like not been able to pull myself away from the part in Petco that they have the birds in the back. They have the parakeet cage that has a bunch of them in it. Oh my gosh. I love watching the blue parakeets. Yeah. We had Norbert, who was a parakeet. He was green. We loved him very much. He was a really cool bird. He was a really great bird. Okay. I think I'm gonna go. Unless you guys have any questions, I think I'm gonna call it a night. So send any questions if you have any. Does your bird talk? If he does, will he copy what you say? Yes, he talks. If you do it enough, he will copy you. And he at least is really good at making the right pitches. So, Fallon, give me a kiss. He's eating, so he's not going to do it now. But he does talk. He says, night-night, give me a kiss, peekaboo. What else? I feel like he said, come here, give me a kiss before, because he was like scared I was going to leave without coming and saying goodbye. I swear this bird, he is so much like Max with the like neediness. Oh my gosh. But yeah, he does talk, and if you say it enough, I was the one. Oh, he also says I love you. And it was after me saying I love you to him that he said it. That was really fun because I feel like I taught him that. When do we get a foster update? So excited for you guys. We have 4 kids now. It's so worth it. Wow, 4 kids. That's awesome. Are they all foster? As far as a foster care update, we're kind of just at the mercy of the timeline of things getting done. You know, we haven't really stopped. We haven't, that's still the plan. That's still what we're working for. But there's pieces of it happening that we can't control. So we're at the point, we're at the same point as we were the last time I did a foster care update where I said we were kind of at a stall. The work outside is being done. We are very, very short on the amount of people to be able to work on it. So it's taken finding this little amount of time to do something, finding this little amount of time to do something. So it's been very split and very slow. But it's in process. It hopefully won't be too much longer, but it's not something we have full control over. So we're just at the mercy of when it gets done, because we're at the point where we can't do the home study and finish until that's done, because the house wouldn't pass without that being done. They don't even want to come out till they hear it done because they know it's not going to pass. So what ages are you going to have when you start fostering? So we're right now working on getting approved, or I can't remember the right word now. We are doing is like 0 to like 1.5 or 2. The ages that can be in a crib in our room to start. And then we're going to, once we get past all of this hurdle, we're going to start working out the process of creating a room for older kids and being able to have 2 and above to like 12 or 13. Too much older than that will probably feel too close to our age, but 2 adopted, 2 foster. That's awesome. Are either of the fosters in the process of adoption, or are they just fosters? That's not inappropriate to ask. I hope that's not inappropriate to ask. Yeah. So that's where we're at with it. It's something that's difficult for me because, I mean, you guys know me. I'm really, really wanting to just like do it and get it done and be at that point and have the kids in the house. But that's not, that's not something we have control over. It's not in my timing. It's in God's timing. it's in the process, and it's been hard, especially because it always seems to coincide with like what feels like everybody and their mother being pregnant. That makes it hard. But I mean, we're at a decent place with it, so hopefully it won't take too much longer. I'll keep you guys updated. I'll let you know when anything major changes. Absolutely. I'm waiting to get a call for a placement. I'm licensed 0 to 5. I just went to a foster care class tonight. Cool. That's awesome. It's so important because it's just so needed. The foster care system is so overrun. They need the help, and those kids deserve the help. Yeah, it's just an amazing thing to be able to do. I can't wait to be a child life specialist. Have you ever had one? They're awesome. I have not. I know what a child life specialist is. I have not ever had one. But that's awesome that that's what you're working towards being. That's very, very cool. Not yet. Hopefully I sent you a pic of the baby. Not sure if you remember that. I do. I do. Gave me all the baby fever and needing cuddles, and oh my gosh, made me miss my nieces and nephews even more. I know, I tell myself that is in God's time. I'm very anxious to get a placement. Me too. It was funny because we had to have a conversation and kind of rethink our plan in the very beginning, because we were really thinking like baby in our room, older kids in the other room. And then we found out that the other room doesn't work. So we had to decide, like, what do we want to do? And we also kind of got told, without really officially being told, that we might have a better chance of success for adoption for that age, the age we were looking at for doing what they call concurrent foster care instead of a foster to adopt, which is more like they're at the point of being able to start the adoption process, instead of like they haven't gone through all of the system-y type stuff to get to the point of even looking at that option yet. Where in the beginning, the parents are still trying to work things out, and the courts are kind of trying to see how the parents are going to handle it before they try to make any decisions. So we had to make a choice, because not many, the age we were looking at, which was like 0 to 2 for adoption, are at that point. There's just very little that end up at that point at that age because they haven't had very much time in the system. So we had to say, do we want to just do regular and have no official adoption like push, besides like us saying our heart is to adopt, so we're doing this with the hopes it leads to that, even though there's no official thing. But in the conversations talking about it was funny, because I was like, would you be okay with that? And Andrew goes, would you be okay with that? Because he knew how I would feel about like feeling like, I don't know, feeling the weight of the risk emotionally, just because, I don't know, on paper or verbatim, that can feel like there's more of a risk there, even though there probably isn't. Because it's not like every foster to adopt situation pans out that way, but it just felt like, you know, you're kind of releasing whatever ground for that you might have to stand on, but you're really not. Anyways, so he was like, are you okay with that? And I'm like, well, I guess so. And he's like, I feel like you just want a kid in the house in whatever form. I'm like, yeah, you're right. I'm just ready to have kids. Yeah. So, I know I tell myself, do you have to be licensed CPR to be a foster parent? Do you have to have a partner? Can you be single? Yes, you have to be CPR certified. You have to be CPR and first aid certified. And they, what am I trying to say? They let you know that ahead of time, and they can make sure whatever class you take meets that requirement. So I had to have infant, child, and adult. We had to have all three, and for CPR and first aid. And yes, you can be single and do foster care or foster to adopt. You don't have to be with anybody to do it. In fact, there were quite a few single foster parents in the classes with us that were getting certified at the same time. I have to balance work with fostering. I'm a substitute teacher, also looking for a full-time teaching position. So daycare would be a need when I work. I also hope to adopt. Yeah, we're in the process of figuring out what work looks like for me, because for our ages, they may not want me to work. So we're still in the process of figuring that out. But that's definitely something to think about for how it would look for you, because does your agency or your social worker at the state or county support that? Are they going to be a good resource for you for that? Like, what do they feel about that? Would they work with you? Stuff like that. And yes, you can be single and still foster. Yeah, it sounds like that's what you're doing. It sounds like. I just took a CPR and first aid training last week. Good deal. It was honestly really fun. The only part of it that I was a little paranoid about was with my short arms, the way you have to do the baby was like so awkward for me. I could do it. I could definitely do it. But it was like really awkward because I don't have super long arms. But yeah. Yeah, we took that a while ago. We also, so the paperwork that we have left is our physicals, TB test, still, and what else? I think there was some kind of documentation of Andrew's training that we had to get. I can't remember though. There was some element of that we needed to look at. It just has not been a priority because of how crazy things have been. I mean, we've both been working. I got switched up to full time. So I have even less time than I did before, which is why the videos have looked the way they have. Because, yeah, things have just been that crazy. But I know I stopped doing foster videos. I also didn't daily vlog as much. And I really want to get back into that so badly. I had 2 other placements, a 3-year-old and 1-year-old. My agency was okay with both the placements being in daycare when I worked. That's good. Yeah, I know there are some others that were in the class with us that had talked about that as far as what would they be okay with, because each agency is going to kind of be a little different probably, I think. But I think especially for the transition, I mean, at least at first, till we figure out what it entails, just to try to not take on too much at once, me being home as much as I can would be the most ideal situation. But I know it's not like, I don't know. There would be ways of doing it otherwise. Although our agency doesn't prefer that. So there's also that to think about, like working with your agency on that and how they feel about that stuff. Not that they don't feel okay about daycare or like being with a babysitter at all, but just I know our agency doesn't want that to be like a crutch where you're doing that constantly. Just because having the kids shift around too much isn't a great thing. But yeah, that's good. That's good that they worked with you on that and were able to figure that out. I think it will be good for the foster kids with Max because they can have a dog to play with. You are right. And I feel like as jealous as he's going to be, he's also going to be so protective and so loving and just like be trying to take care of them. So it's going to be a really funny balance to see him work out because he is going to be jealous because he's like the center of attention now. And obviously then he can't be. So yeah, but I agree. They will have a best friend in Max and I can't wait. I think he's going to love it as much as he will be jealous. He'll get over it. He'll adapt. He's so funny with that stuff. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I feel like Max will get used to sharing the attention too. It'll just take some adjustment, but he'll get over it. He'll get used to it. He'll have more rides in the car taking them places. Thanks for talking about that, guys. I haven't allowed myself to process all of that completely yet because it's been a lot and we've been so busy. I've like been able to distract myself. So yeah, that was fun to talk about it. I haven't talked about that in a long time. It doesn't feel like it should be that long, but it has been. Okay. Oh man, it's almost 8:30. So, unless anybody has any final questions, I think I'm going to let you guys go. It's been almost an hour. I think I'm going to let you guys go, and I will see you guys tomorrow in tomorrow's video. If you have any Turner syndrome ideas for videos, either leave them in the comments of this video where I can see them, or go to the Facebook group or page, and put in the poll or send me a message with ideas because I would love to hear what you guys would like to hear about. Almost 10:30 here. Yeah, it's getting late. I feel like the days go by so quickly. Just, I'm so strapped for time, I feel like. And I need to, so what I want to do, and maybe this could be tomorrow's video. Maybe that's what we'll do. Like I'll work on that and make that tomorrow's video. It's like sitting down on paper and writing out my plan, detailing it, and organizing my thoughts. See, the problem with that is I try to start a series like that, and then I get too busy to document finishing it, and then it just looks like I start over. The next time I'm like, I need to organize myself. So anyways, that was a ramble. Thank you guys for joining me. It was very, very fun. And thank you for talking. I hope you guys had fun too. I hope you have a wonderful evening. And like I said, I will see you guys tomorrow in tomorrow's video. And hopefully I can get on top of things and have the videos for next week just perfect. And if you're watching the replay, you know this, but if you're watching this live right now with me, let me know if you would like me to try to regularly do a live stream, like one of the days of the week, have it be a live stream day every week, and have a regularly scheduled time of live streaming, because the internet's been cooperating enough. Maybe I could try to make that more of a regular thing. So if you would like that, let me know. Leave a comment, let me know, and I will consider that in my planning. So you have a great evening as well, and thank you for letting me know. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Good night.